Hey, my name is Wall Um, Crazy vampire dude. Uh, have you ever? All right. So first of all, today, like today was a today was an interesting day. Like full of supernatural um, crap. Like I don't want to give too many details or anything like that, but you know how it's like I can't even like talk about this without like going into too much details about like I have to. You ever have to like explain things to explain things? It's like that's no fun. Let's just say um, I'm too strong, and let's just say I'm too awesome. Let's just go with that. People say that about themselves sometimes. It's just whatever. You know. But yeah. My life's changing really quick, and I'm not complaining. Like look at me right now. Like look at me. I'm all glowy, glowy, all vampired up, so to speak. Not like I'm not like going in higher transformations or whatever. I just like saying that because it sounds like what's the word? There's like a I don't know higher transformation. It always makes me laugh. Anyways, um, I got my what I was saying is I got my alone time right, which that's like all that matters, and I'm feeling good, and I'm all blocking things out, delusional blocking things out, and it's freaking great. Just like right now, like in my mind, by simple, very very simple mind that's just content with being alone. Um, Imagining that I'm just like completely alone, like just a regular dude, just alone. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm just along for the ride, so to speak, just along for the ride, and I'm filled with angst and edginess. Like I'm pretty, like I would consider myself pretty sweet right now, like sweet natured, but I'm very edgy, but like not in a bad way. I'm like edgy in the way that you'd expect, you know. And I am being more true to myself, and I'm more relaxed, and it's just like more in control, more happy, more content. But I feel like I'm still like, I feel like I'm evolving as a person in like stages, like I'm grateful for that because, but also I'm like, I realize that, I'm part of a community, you know, and I feel like that's also appropriate personally. It's like, oh, that guy, just my buddy who I just saw the other day. Well, now I'm like, to him, I'm like the next day or, a few days later, I'm like, since I've been, going through a lot. Good things. Um, that person's like, "Who are you?" That kind of thing. But like, imagine if that was happening like even faster. It's like I feel bad. But at the same time, it's like, well, it's just like it's me being me, and one of the things I'm really truly grateful for is the fact that the people who love me and who I, am affectionate towards, still care about me when I'm like super edgy and having a bad day, you know. And I really appreciate that, like for many reasons, but for the one reason of I don't have to like try to repair relationships. Like when I was younger and yada yada yada, say something, do something, gotta repair a relationship, right? And like I don't have to do that shit. I don't remember the last time I had to repair a relationship. Maybe the one with my father, but But besides that, I don't remember. So, you know, one of the perks of being supernatural and a good guy, an adult man. But yeah, one of those things, talk about leadership and making the right choices. It part of me, let me finish what I'm trying to say is that it's I want to go with my gut instinct and doing what is right, and with me changing in my gut changing, I notice that I'm different, things are different, and I'm just more powerful, you know. Um, my presence, my abilities are just skyrocketed in the last few days, last week or so. Uh, and So I've got to my body has to adjust, like my conscience and my hesitation with using some of my abilities and like stuff like that. It's just like I just have to adjust to new situation. Like I still think I can be a good leader. Like I know that when I'm edgy, like I am now, and but I'm feeling good. I'm so funny. People are more attracted to me. And, but I'm like not used to that. So I'm like, and this is because I'm talking about this because it's like, oh, these people are more attracted to me, and they're like, you know, chasing after me, so to speak, and that's what they want to do, or whatever. And it's like I've been avoiding that for years, which makes me more edgy. But like the reality is that I've gone from being you know trying to be Mr. Perfect, which is I was really enjoying that, you know, to being um, Mr. Honest, and it's funny hearing me say that. I'm still good natured. I'm still, you know, but just filled with a lot of angst. I guess that's putting it lightly. But I don't know. I don't like being. I've never. Like, I am what I am, you know? And, like, I'm not ashamed of that, you know? But I just kind of want to be left alone. And that's part of the problem. I need to, continue to open up, and it's not entirely true that I want to be completely left alone all the time, you know. It's not obviously, people can read me, know they know me. Some people, there's enough people that know me that they can get like a full image, you know. But I still cringe. I cringe a lot when have you ever seen like in a movie where it's like there's one person who's like, "What do you think, guys? Do you think he deserves a free meal?" And then the people in the room are like, they're like yeah, or but obviously it's like all cringy and stuff like that. That's me, and I'm just standing there, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna do my best to role play this situation. I'm just like, it's just that kind of shit. And it's like, man, just want to ride my scooter. Just want to help people. But it's like, here's the thing, like, I want to help people, but the thing is that people know better than me in some regards. And the type of person that knows better than me, I'll admit, in certain ways, probably in a like in the genre of helping other people, I would say mothers, got me. They got me beat as far as being able to know what's best for people. But I've got my own instincts and wisdom, which is separate from being a mother. But and to those people, who are in agreement, they're like, yeah, he needs to not only be true to himself, but he is so much. He'll be able to do so much more if he's this way, and he's still if he adapts. I like to think this is me just talking out loud, and he'll be able to do more things, you know, do better things, and you know, you just have. I just have to get used to it and figure out how to adapt, you know. And I'm like, there's a part of me that's a complete, when I get frustrated or if I'm trying too hard, I become a perfectionist. But it's like, I'm still getting used to the whole concept of like my mindset was, hey, I'm gonna try my best, and I'm just gonna try to be like a superhero would do, and it's just like just doing his own thing, And from that mindset to this other mindset, that I'm getting used to, it's like, well, I'm just kind of that person and special person in others' lives, and others um, who love me. They're like, they got all their things that they can do. They're more than happy to, know. So it's like, well, I go from thinking like I'm alone to thinking as I'm a part of, and this is my role, as a supernatural dude, and it's completely opposite. And and interesting thing that I learned about today is just like the like how to go from being a people pleaser, which let's be honest, people pleaser, and I enjoyed that. People love me and they give me, they provide me so many things that I. So like people pleaser mindset, to having a mindset that people want to please, and like it. I realized like there's like there's many situations, more than I could probably count, or like that I just stopped being aware of. Like that there were so many situations today, and that I didn't know what to do. So all I did was, in those situations, didn't, just try to be as avoidant as possible. Try to, which, clearly, that's an option to be avoidant. But I realize there's so much more opportunity out, to learn new skills. And, I am really becoming more like a rock star, in reality. Um, and it's, there's, the thing is, and this is what happened today. Me as a rock star is like way, 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 way too. I don't want to say too, but like for me, like again, like I was not prepared. Um, didn't realize it until I was like, wait a second, I'm changing. Who I am has changed. I'm actually, got that rock star presence, but it's like too much. It's like I feel like I'm overdoing it. But I'm just, that good at that role, and I started to feel. I was like, well, shit. How do I make this less of a craziness? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, well, it's too strong. I had that moment today. I was like, I am the problem. I am, and like it's one of those like it got to the point where I was like, hey everybody, I'm the problem. It's me, like that song or whatever. And yeah, I look around. And there's like no, everybody's like, yeah, yeah. I'm like, what, you guys? I'm like, ah. I'm like, well, shit. And I got all upset. Not like just try to push everybody away, so to speak. And that clearly was, to me, I needed space. I was like, what is going on? This is like, I don't know how to handle this. I feel like I'm the problem. And I know I'm just going to have to learn and adjust. And I'm pretty good at learning and adjusting, developing. I do that all the time. So things are good. I think I'm just well. I think part of me's like obviously I'm doing the whole like hey blocking things out and being delusional, about stuff. But part of me wants to say I'm kind of I'm teasing the feeling of being scared. When in reality, I know I'm not scared. I'm scared of losing my job in a way, but like really, I'm also not scared of losing my job because you know I know that I feel like if it comes down to it, I can get another job and be fine. But there is that indulgence of being scared, that I like to indulge in to help me stay, kind of mentally down to earth. But in reality, it's like, do I even need such indulgences of fear in regards to, hey, like like it really what's happening is that I'm snapping into reality of being honest with myself, and it is a snap, like a twig from a tree. Like you're riding your bicycle, and there's a twig, and you're going 15 miles an hour. That twig hits you in the face. It hits your cheek. And you're like, damn. Or when you're riding your scooter going 15 miles an hour down the road and a bug goes snaps. When a bug hits you in the eye, it's the worst. It's like those little bugs that they like break apart in your eye. This happened to me the other day. I had a bug fly in my eye. And it was one little bug, a little fragile bug. So as soon as it did, it just all up in my eye. I'm pretending to be serious, but I was really just, riding my scooter, going to the gym. I'm like freaking out, indulging in freaking out. I'm like, damn, that bug got bug parts all in my eye. I'm like looking around, like there's no one around, right? Like this is like a safe part, it's like by a park or whatever. I have no idea, but then there's like people, if there was a car, the car would be going like 5 miles an hour, but I'm like freaking out, looking over my shoulder, like my head's whipping around, looking around, and I'm just like, man, this is really intense right now, but it wasn't. I kind of feel like that's how this situation is right now in my life. I'm like, man, like my head is like, but I'm like, man, this is really intense right now when it's like that. Just gotta show up, drink coffee, just do my thing. Make jokes. You ever know somebody who started off disliking you when you were younger, and then you actually learned things about people, and like you go back to talking to that person, you like try to make some jokes, you try to get them not to like you try to get like some reaction that you miss. Like I really miss that guy hating me. It's like I make a joke, I make a lame joke, and like some guys I know just start freaking laughing. Oh my god, maybe not like that, but blah 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 blah. I'm like, my joke wasn't even freaking funny. Didn't even make sense. And they're like, oh, like this sucks. What happened to the difficulty? What happened to the? It's like I miss having to say something, them getting mad, and then having to say like five other things. Like that is like I got pleasure in that. I don't think it's too weird of a thing to say. It's like, oh, like, to me, like, I made a good joke, but that person hates me, so I have to work for it. But now it's like, I just say random shit. People think it's funny. People who like me a lot, they're like, oh wow, just start saying random shit. Just say a movie line from a movie, and some people that I know, will just start doing circles, running around, excited. I just said a stupid line from a movie. I'm being stupid. It wasn't even that good. People running around in circles. I'm not making this shit up. This is for reals. This is a for real thing. Try to go somewhere and say a movie line. Like that's what I want right now. I don't know, in like in a weird way, like a nostalgic way. I want to just show up somewhere where nobody knows me. Just say something stupid, and no one likes me. I walk into a place, I got like this energy, just very, very, very strong energy. I can't get that reaction. I couldn't get that. I don't think I can get that reaction if I tried. Maybe if I like really, really tried, I'd be able to like, you know. But it's like there's a lot of stupid stuff like that I miss. I miss my dad hating me. I saw my dad the other day, and he was walking around like he was all happy to see me. We're not talking, but he's all happy to see me and shit. I'm like, this is some bullshit. What happened to Angry Dad? I want more Angry Dad. I don't want I want estranged happy father. I want a estranged father who hates me. I'm like this. Even that, like, I can't even enjoy that anymore. Anyways, I know this is dumb. I know I'm complaining about stupid stuff, but it's for reals. I'm for reals. Kind of pains me to say that because it implies that other other people are not for reals, which is that's a whole thing to talk about. But, um, anyways, I'm gonna end the video. Appreciate y'all for watching and allowing me to vent and talk. Yeah, I'll probably make another video. So I appreciate y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.